Hey guys, Build Week is almost here in like 72 hours, in a couple of days. We're going to get to kick it off and start transforming our lobby to make it a great undersea water adventure. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited to see it all come together and see all the people that we get to discover throughout the week who have great gifts and talents to be able to use them to lead other people to become fully devoted followers of Christ. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what to expect as being part of the volunteer team who gets to help volunteers feel appreciated while they're here throughout the week, make sure that they are on the right task for their skill level, and making sure that things are happening throughout the week. So I'll just walk you through from step one to getting someone connected to a project and what that looks like. So the first thing that will happen when they walk in, we'll have a volunteer station set up. It'll probably be in the auditorium, like back by the tech booth wall. So there'll be an 8-foot table there, and 2 kiosks around it. On the kiosk, there are going to be some computers, and on the table, there will be some paper forms printed. So every person that comes to serve and volunteer for Build Week, even if they're just here for 30 minutes, they have to fill out a paper that looks like this. So this one, everything that's yellow has to be completed for them to be able to stay and serve. Digitally, there'll be that same form that they can fill out. It's just digital instead of being a paper copy. But we'll have both options for people to be able to do. So once we then have received their release form, we'll write them a name tag and get them connected to a project. So behind me, you can see these awesome yellow sticky notes. There's this Sunday night one right here of all the different things that we're going to be working on Sunday night and the places or the projects that are happening. And so we'll also use with that, this is our giant list, and then there will be a Trello board. So for those of you who have not used a Trello board, Trello is just simply a way to organize information. So I'll have that pulled up on a couple of computers as well. On that list has all of these things listed there. And when you open it up, it's going to tell you how many people are needed and the skill set that needs to happen, where the project is happening. So for a lot of things that are building, they'll happen in the lobbies or wherever it's happening. It makes sense to build them there. For things that are more crafty, most of that will happen in the auditorium. And so know that will happen. There'll be a priority list too of these are the first couple of things that you make sure people are on and going from there. So if we also get to be, as the volunteer team, taking care of volunteers, we get to have the eyes for excellence throughout the time. So if you happen to see a volunteer who maybe put on a project whose skill set is not matching that project, let's make sure that we get them to a project that can help. There are lots of things that don't require any skill at all. Those are also probably great projects for people who bring their 10, 11-year-old kids with them. And there are things that require a much more skilled ability to do. So great things to ask when they're coming in. If you see someone come in with a whole bunch of tools, it's probably a great indicator that they actually can build things. If they bring in their hammer, maybe we ask more questions to see what they have built and how essential they could really be to a build team. People who are crafty, giving them an idea of, hey, these are some projects we have coming. Do you think that those are things that you would be able to do? Do you understand what's happening here? What are some things you guys have created in the past that we could use, make awesome here? There are some things that are super artsy, and so that will be probably people we've already selected. But anyway, we want to make sure we take a good skills assessment so we can put them plugged in the right spot. So on that Trello board, we'll use both things. So this will be great as we're walking through it, making sure things are are happening, and the detail pieces to that are on that Trello board that we have that I'll get for you guys. So we'll make sure that people get knocked out everywhere. There are, as you guys can see in the email, different people coming on different nights. Some nights there are a whole lot of people, which is going to be really great. So kind of how I envisioned this was maybe 2 or 3 or 4 people helping people get checked in. And then once they're checked in, they have their name tag, a great skill place where they can go and utilize what God's given them to lead people to be fully devoted followers of Christ through Build Week. Then the rest of the people who are not checking in can help be runners. So getting that person, the volunteer that's checked in, connected to the staff member or the other person that is responsible for that project. So that way they're not just wandering through the building trying to find things, but there are always things to be happening, always things to be doing. So let's be proactive when we see people just hanging out and see how we can help them get connected. Welcome any questions that you guys have. I'm super excited to get to work with you guys this year and make this really awesome for volunteers. One last thing, when they filled out a release form one day, they don't have to fill it out again for the rest of the week. So we will keep track of those so we know who has filled one out. So that way they're not having to do that every day. But they do need a name tag every day. So they still need to come and check in with us. They just don't have to fill out a new release form. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for it, and I will see you guys later on this week.